Hi, welcome back. I thought we were done with the beauty and makeup stuff for the month, and I thought I'll switch over to the vlogs, my regular scheduled one. I have to catch up, but because I don't want to like whip out 5 videos in a day, that would just be crazy. I do want to get through the makeup first, and then if there's nothing there, then I move on to the vlogs. So the vlogs are a little bit backtracked, but that's okay. Um, I do have another. This one is a little bit on the a luxurious haul, right? This is not your everyday items. This is just something special that I treated myself to. We're gonna do that at the end, I think, or almost at the end. But just wanted to show you first the items in the front. I'm not gonna swatch everything because some of them are impossible to swatch. You'll see why, or I'll just show you and we'll go through the rest. So let's take a look. I hope this stops at this because we're only in October, not even Thanksgiving. I'm sure the sales and discounts will show up as well on Black Friday and Thanksgiving. But this is a little bit pricey, so I hope that I don't continue on spending. And yes, I can kind of tell myself that I'll stop, but it's hard to say no to gorgeous items like these. So, without me talking, let's take a look. So, first things first is the necessity, which is the Clinique lotion. Love this lotion, and because this is a limited edition, I just needed to have the bottle. It's pink, it's cute, it's nice, why not? So let's take a look. And right now there is a sale happening with Clinique, and if you purchase a specific amount of money, you get a gift with purchase, of course. So this is a nice bottle. I don't think I've had a bottle like this. They had a similar bottle, the usual one, which is like yellow, I think. And they would have like a little ribbon like you see here, but it would just be a little tiny ribbon on the side, but the bottle would still be yellow. This time is unique where it is pink with a little cap that's pink, and I was passing by and I knew that they had a gift with purchase. So I was like, you know what? Let me get it. Why not? So with the bottle, they have a little, it's like a pamphlet maybe. No, they actually have a stored paper. I'm not sure why. I think this is more like a gift, but it is, they did kind of thought of it because they have a little insert there for this little piece, and then maybe that paper is for this specifically. They also had the space for this keychain. I thought this is adorable. Obviously, this would not be safe for college transfer, especially if you put it on the bag. It would be nicer if they had a little kind of like a lobster clip, I would say, right? To easy on to for easy access or to put it on and off. That would be lovely, but they do have this keychain. So I did need this lotion, and I figured, why not? This is perfect timing. And I'm just gonna set it here. Should be on the, I can't see the way my camera is set up, but should be fine, right? I'll just hang it here as well. And then with the gift with purchase, you got this little set. So it's a collaboration with Clinique and Jonathan Cohen. And it's a beautiful bag. The lovely part is you can wash this. So if it gets dirty, you can always throw it in the washing machine. And then you got this little freebie. So this is eye cream, regular cream. I think this is an eyeliner, lipstick, of course, and a travel mascara. I love this mascara. This is so underrated. It is a fabulous, simple, but very nice mascara, and it does the job. What else do you need? And I think overall, Clinique is underrated, right? For what it does. It's nice. It doesn't give you this allergic reaction like some of the items do personally. I do have a reaction to some of them. So this is lovely. I'm just gonna put this back in and just gonna lay down the bag. So this was the Clinique one. Let's move along. We got this beauty right here, and this is a Christian Dior little eyeshadow palette. Let's take a look. I'll show you in a second what I did there, but let me open it up with my little scissors. And the packaging is just stunning. So this is the palette itself. It feels rubbery, right? Like a rubber or like plastic, but weird plastic. Has the Christian Dior here, has the little star here. And then on the back, they had this little sticker. I just placed it. You see what it does? It ripped off part of the packaging, which is fine. I don't care about the packaging. But the reason why it was here, the reason why I lifted it off is exactly because of that. Because with time, if I leave this on, it's gonna leave a residue. It's gonna peel it off with that little rubber or plastic material that's there. So I don't want to ruin this case. It's a beautiful case. Obviously, it might not last as long because of the material, but I just didn't want this to ruin this, as I placed it on here just to save it. And just to show you the color, it just says Dior Palette Couture, and I think it has, let me see if it has the name, because I can't see through the camera. It has the numbers, but I don't think it has specific name for this shadow. It's numbers 555, 746, 824, 539, and 673, but it does not have specific items. I might leave it back on here just so that it doesn't get lost. But as you saw, it did ruin the packaging here and then kind of here, which is fine. That we don't care about, as long as it doesn't ruin this beautiful little case. Let's open it up. And of course, like all the other ones, it has the mirror here. It's beautiful. And these are the eyeshadows. Let me, because I don't want to ruin it with my nails. These are gorgeous. So I would use all of these except maybe this one. This is a little bit too beigey or too warm for me, but all of these are stunning personally. So definitely gonna get use out of this. You have the, is there a brush? Yes, I lifted it off with the cover, but this is just lovely. I don't really use the brushes. If you don't use this little spongy thing, it does deteriorate. It kind of like just becomes like goo. I had an old Dior palette and it just becomes sticky and disgusting and it makes a mess. But this is normal brush, like bristles. So this is lovely. This is a limited edition. That's why I grabbed it. And the colors were just very pretty and I could use these. They do have another palette of same, I think, limited edition holiday one, but it's longer, it's bigger. I think it's more of a face palette rather than the eyeshadow palette, but the colors were not for me, so I left that alone and I just went with this one. This is gorgeous. Not gonna swatch it because there's no way that I can swatch it without ruining the design, and I just want to keep it for now just the way it is because the design is just too pretty. So this was one item and we're just gonna set it here. Let's move on. This will be the last one because it's gonna make a mess a little bit, so we're just gonna leave that alone and let's continue on with this. And this is Clé de Peau. I think that's the proper name of it. Not sure, I keep forgetting it. But this is the, again, eye color quad, one more eyeshadow with the beautiful limited edition design. And I'm not sure how deer and I don't know if it's a leopard or a jaguar. Please don't quote me on it, but I don't know how they would join together and drink tea, right? They're enemies. Not that they're enemies, but they'll eat. I mean, the deer will not eat the jaguar, but, or the leopard or whoever he is, but he's gonna eat him, right? So as I take it out, we have the little kind of cloth envelope or little slip. Oh, I did not even see this. Look at this. This is beautiful. So they actually printed this on the back of this, and this is that train, but I think this is the front of it. And then when I whip it out, we have another gorgeous case, and I think this is the back of it. When you see it, like you see how that shoots something out, I think that's the back of it that we cannot see from here. And then okay, that's a little mirror there. let me open this. These are the colors. Let me take off the little plastic so it doesn't give you glare. So, just beautiful. Love these. Not every one of them will work for me, I think personally, but if I play with it, why the hell not? This is gorgeous. I have to say, this is very pretty. Once again, but we have two brushes. One is tiny, and then yeah, they're both kind of like spongy. That's not gonna last for ages. And then you have the sponge here, and then you have the little bristles here. But this is beautiful palette. Again, I could not resist. Yes, it's an expensive brand, but this case is just lovely. And let me see if this is, no, I don't think you can reuse this case. I don't think you can reuse this either, right? Yeah, this is not reusable, obviously. Neither is this. Let me put the little plastic back in, but it's just so pretty. I could not resist it. Just so pretty. Just gonna set it here. And let's move along. Same brand, but this is a highlight, I think. 110. Once again, this is limited edition. 110 is the number. Let's open it. I already forgot what it is. It's been a while since I purchased it, and it was just sitting here because I needed to take the time to. And let me show you the packaging. The packaging is incredible. The time that it takes. So you have little slip here for this little envelope. Again, you have the space to put the palette in, and then you have the palette here, and this is even probably more gorgeous than the eyeshadow quad. Look at this. And we have the peacock and that little train in a bubble. Let me see. Yeah, the back is once again mirrored, so we're not going to do the back. And then we have the highlight. So once again, limited edition. Is there a cover for it? No, there's no cover. I just touched it. Let me see if I ruined it. No, we're fine. We're good. But again, limited edition, beautiful colors. So definitely be testing this out. Not right now at the moment, but the bristles are nice. Little tiny brush. Beautiful. Again, could not resist that peacock. The peacock is gorgeous. Look at this. And I have to say, these are the two first products of this brand. I don't have any brushes from them. I do not have any makeup from them. I think their foundation is about almost $300 or so, right? If my memory serves me correct. So it is on the very expensive side. And these are the items that I decided to start with. It just happens. I'll put everything back in here later on. Just wanted to spread things out. Before I show you this, I'm gonna do the Chanel one, and then we're gonna move along because this is gonna be a little bit messy and I don't want to touch anything else after I touch this. So let's dig into the bag. The bag, something that I was looking for since last year. I really wanted to get last year, and last year somehow, I don't know if they made too little of them, like not a lot of sets or what. I was planning on buying them, and then I kind of just, I don't know, I blinked, and then when I opened my eyes, they were gone. So this year when they came out, I ran into the store. I ran and I got them right away. So in the bag I have a nice little bag here, and this is the item that we're gonna open up today. They did not have the holiday charm just yet. I'm not sure if they kind of decided not to give it to me, but they gave me something separate from that. Here's their sets, their holiday sets for this year. Nothing really screamed at me that much. I think this is the ballerina nail polish, which is a little bit beigey. I would love if they did a true or cool pink. I wanted to love it. I bought it, but it was too beigey, especially after it takes some time for the nail to like settle in. I mean the nail polish. And then the lipstick color is not me. I don't like the primers, the lash primers, the mascara primers that are white. I prefer, I think it was Blink. I prefer the black one since I went on to a primer that's black in color, not just white or clear. I fell in love with it. So this is the first time that I'm actually using a primer and I love it, but it has to be black. So I don't know if anybody else does the primers in black, the lash primers, but I cannot do another primer ever. And then this eyeshadow just did not, it did not call my name at all. And then nothing here. I do have a cream, a hand cream, so nothing really called out. So I left that alone. I'm just gonna place it here for now. With the set that we're gonna open right now, the woman was kind enough to give me this little thank you kind of envelope that you can give to somebody. This was a nice touch with the envelope. So this was lovely. And then she gave me a bag for this little envelope, which is awesome. Why not? I can put goodies in there. And then the most adorable thing, take a look at this. This is the tiniest bag. I did not even realize they had this. I think this is for like a lip gloss or lipstick, but this is adorable. And this can go under your tree if you have a tiny little tree, or this can go, oh my gosh, this is just, when I saw it, I almost like yelped because it was so adorable and so cute. Let me set that aside like this. We'll do a thumbnail later on. And what else is there? Let's open it up. So, like I said, last year I wanted this so bad and somehow I missed it. My fault, not anybody else's. And this year when I saw it, I did open this. I did not pull it out, but I opened it so that you would not hear a lot of noise. So now I just have to do this. Mademoiselle is my favorite. It's my top perfume. It's my favorite. This is how I was introduced to this. I started using it and I never let go. This is, let me open it with my scissors. This is, I think, Mademoiselle Intense. Yes, this is Intense. So slightly different in scent or in smell. But the reason why I went for this, oh, I think it's, oh, it already smells. Oh, so nice. Is with this. You guys, it is a beautiful set of, it's like a keychain and then 2 refills. We're gonna set this aside here for now. And I wanted it so bad last year and they, like I said, they were gone. They are selling them if you're interested. They are selling them. So this is removable. I think this is a little bit on the magnetic side. These are not removable. Let me see if, yeah, these are not. I don't know if I would carry this on my bag, but this is very, yeah, it's magnetic, but this is very lovely. Oh, gorgeous. This is gorgeous. They do have this set in Chanel number 5. I'm just not a big fan of Chanel number 5. Never clicked with it, but let me see if there's anything inside. If there's already a refill there or if we just need to place one there. How do you open it? I forgot how do you open it. I don't want to break it. What am I doing wrong? Oh, you have to twist it. Okay. So you have to twist it, but I think something's already in there. And then that's it. I do have a traveling one. It might be slightly bigger than this. I don't remember, but it's regular one. It's regular Mademoiselle. I'll have to whip it out and see if it works for this or not. Okay. Now I remembered. So you pull it up. And here's the little switcheroo. Once it finishes, I can use these ones. I don't remember. I have to, when I get the other set, but I bought it a long time ago. I'm gonna take a look if it's the same size or not, so that I can switch out my regular Mademoiselle with this one. Let me put it back. I don't want to spray it for now. And we're gonna close it. So Love it. Oh, I've been waiting this a whole year. I was so excited when I saw this come out. I ran to the store. You could have ordered it, obviously, but I wanted to get it right away and I wanted to get this for the video. That's why I was holding out on these items because I was waiting for this. So I'm ecstatic. I'm on cloud nine. This is awesome. And I've been waiting for this. Yes, you can buy them online on the second, like a second market. I think it's like Poshmark, eBay, but they do double this in price, which is outrageous. So we're not doing that. But this is it, you guys. Just wanted you to see. I'm sorry, it's super late, but I just wanted you to see these items. I hope it stops here. The only things that I might be buying, and I'll be posting them in the community tab on sales, are regular items that are my go-tos. So for example, like Vegamore, if they have them on sale, I am expecting either at least 30%, I would say 30% or more. Right now they do send you emails and they giving you like 20%, maybe 25 at most. I'm looking for 30 and 35. So those are the only ones that I will be buying. Let's say my usually ones, the ones that I go for Moroccan oil, the light one because I have fine hair. It's the Vegamore. So yeah, I hope I stop because there's no way that I can spend. It just, no. But I could not resist these ones. So if you have any questions or comments, oh my gosh, wait a second. I almost forgot. So the last item is this beauty. And this was the last one. I actually peeled this off because it didn't look pretty. I'm gonna clean this up later on, but it came today. It's a little bit messy because they only put this in a humongous box. The box was larger than a shoebox, and you can see that this is tiny. This was not bubbled. This was just placed in the box and it was thrown around. So everything that was inside got messed up. The problem is, it's the last item, so I cannot really return this. I wasn't able to pick it up at a store. This was at Saks Fifth Avenue, and this was the last one they had. I tried to purchase this a while back. They canceled my order because they said that it's no longer available. But I wanted to have these meteorites for the longest, and this is a limited edition box, and that's why I went for this, because you can buy the meteorites, the highlight, you can buy them everywhere and the whole year, right? All year round they're available for you, nothing special about them. But this was the limited edition cases, and those I love. Most of them are beautiful. The only problem is, let me open this so you can see. Like I said, they were not very careful, and I'm not gonna lift this. This is cool tones, just so you know. But I don't know if you can see. All of this is dirty with the pearls, but it's dirty. So that's unfortunate. Like I said, it was thrown around. There was no bubble. There was no protection. So it's a little bit messy there. The moment I lift this up, everything's gonna be in powder. So I don't want to open it. But the whole purpose of this, you see that? Oh, look at this sparkle. The whole purpose of this was for the case. You can get the meteorites or the highlight all the time, but this case will stay with me, and I just love this. Reminds me, by the way, of the peacock design as well, because these are the colors, and it kind of has that circular motion as well. So I've been looking for this for the longest. Like I said, they already canceled my one order, and when they send this out, I'm just not returning this because I'm not gonna get it anywhere else. It's just not available. And if you go to Saks Fifth Avenue now, it's gonna tell you sold out. So now this is it. Right now we're finished. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please write below. Otherwise, stay tuned. At some point, I will begin the vlogs after this video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.